Ghost ships lurking in local waterways, turning them into toxic tombs. They are swamping the shores of a prime recreation spot in our area.
Turning it into a virtual boat graveyard. So who's ditching all these boats and what's being done about it? That's the subject of tonight's Fact Finders Report. Here's Peter Thorne. Peter.
Jim and Katie, it's a shabby little secret hidden in the shadows until now. Tonight, a Fact Finder's environmental expose about a costly and growing problem on the water. Careless boat owners spoiling some of the city's most beautiful shoreline. Jamaica Bay, bouncing back from the brink of environmental disaster, now one of New York City's sparkling jewels. But the threats keep on coming. The new threat to the bay, an ugly onslaught of abandoned boats, barges, and other derelict vessels like these boats, their noses sticking up just above the waterline, or these, that fact finders spotted during an exclusive tour of the bay with the National Park Service.
It seems to some that it's cheaper to get rid of their boat in the bay than to pay for proper disposal.
Some abandoned boats visible only on sonar, lurking dangerously out of view just beneath the water, posing deadly navigational hazards, often leaking gas, oozing oil, and chemicals.
It's a bad thing for the environment at every level.
At any given time, how many abandoned boats are we talking about?
Well, I would say in Jamaica Bay, the number is hovering around 140 boats.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of boats.
The red and green markers on this specially produced GPS map show the abandoned watercraft spotted just recently.
All right, that's a roger. We'll be there in about 3-minute ETA.
Helping haul the boats ashore, men like Captain Bernie Shackner. He runs Whitecap Marine Rescue Services. They pull abandoned boats like this one off the shore.
It's like a graveyard for boats here.
First, they inspect the boat, make sure it'll float, tie a line, then fire up their 450 horsepower engines.
These boats will just linger on and rot away on the shores, rot away on the beaches, and just create horrible environmental destruction.
They haul the boats to this ramp at Floyd Bennett Field, where Marine Corps reservists help hoist them out. Then investigators try to figure out who owns the boats. Captain Bernie and his crew volunteer their time.
We don't get a penny for doing what we're doing here now. Hopefully there'll be some funding in the near future to get these boats off the shorelines of New York. Right now there is nothing.
And you don't have to go out on the water to find evidence of people dumping boats right on the shoreline of Jamaica Bay. Look behind me right here, behind the bushes. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that back there? That's actually a boat that somebody's left for somebody else to take care of. And a few steps along here through the debris here by this parking lot, look up here. Something else. It's not a boat. It's a jet ski just dumped on the side of the bay. Environmental watchdog Don Reapy keeps close watch on the condition of the bay and the abandoned boats. He recalls one company trying to abandon leaky barges.
We had seen them coming into the bay, and we looked, they were furiously pumping water out of them, so we knew they had a problem. I thought they were bringing them into the head of the bay to be repaired, but they ended up in one of the creeks. They were dumped. They found out who the barge belonged to. They fined them. They made them pull them out.
So if you've dumped your boat here, know this. Deliberately abandoning a vessel is a violation of federal law, subject to fines up to $25,000, even imprisonment. Now, the task force working to clean up the bay includes the National Park Service, NYPD, FDNY, the city's environmental agency, and volunteers like Captain Bernie, who you saw there, but they're operating on borrowed time. The towing alone costs thousands of dollars, and unless politicians come up with more money, the whole effort might grind to a halt. Now, if there's a story you want us to look into in depth, just let us know at our website, cw11.com/factfinders. And obviously the best thing to do if you have a boat you want to get rid of, guys, is to do it properly, call a salvage yard, or try to sell it.
Don't do this.
No,
don't just dump
with
it.
impunity, as people apparently are.
Yeah, clearly from the pictures. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Peter. You got it.
New York City will see a multi-million-dollar boost in security grants